What's going on, everyone? Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets have had quite the controversy this past year, right? During the offseason, you got all of just the drama, and it looked like Kyrie Irving was headed for a marriage reunion with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Kevin Durant ends up deciding, hey, I'm going to stay with the Brooklyn Nets, so therefore they decide not to trade Kyrie Irving. Then, fast forward to a couple days ago, Kyrie Irving demands a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, and immediately the conversation is Kyrie Irving is headed to the Lakers. And personally, I am somebody that thought it was going to happen. Didn't really make sense, all the other teams that were popping up. It still doesn't really make sense to me, but only time will tell. Looks like I got a little egg on my face because I really did think that the Lakers were going to land Kyrie Irving. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. I think Kyrie, LeBron, and AD really would have been just quite the trio. But a team that decided to step up wasn't the Clippers. There were a lot of talks of the Clippers potentially going and getting Kyrie Irving, but ultimately it was the Dallas Mavericks. So according to Shams, the Brooklyn Nets are trading Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a first round and multiple second round picks, sources tell The Athletic. So the Dallas Mavericks, there were countless reports the last month that Dallas needed to get help for Luka, that Dallas really needs to make a move, that Dallas is really desperate for a star. And at the end of the day, the Dallas Mavericks ended up going and deciding to take the deal for Kyrie Irving. They very likely are going to give him the max extension. They're very likely going to give Kyrie everything he wants so he stays and he doesn't leave in the offseason. What is shocking is the package that they got for Kyrie Irving. The Lakers easily could have outbid that package. So I'm curious to see what the reports say in regards to the Lakers. We don't have any insight, at least at the time of recording this video. Again, this is just breaking news. But my imagination is saying that, hey, the Nets decided to trade Kyrie to Dallas over the Lakers. Because the Lakers could have easily made a better package than that. You're talking Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie, a first-round pick in a couple seconds, right? Like, the Lakers would have given up both firsts. Russell Westbrook is better than Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith. But, again, you could have easily went and did a 3-team deal. However you spin it, this is, in my opinion, a lesser trade. Now, the curiosity is, how is Luka and Kyrie going to fit? Because Luka Doncic is the most ball-dominant player we've ever seen. He has the highest usage rate. Is Kyrie really going to be able to mesh with Luka? Now, if he can, then, Dallas, you could watch out, right? Because Dallas is already, they were just in the Western Conference Finals. They were a really good team to begin with. Now, you add Kyrie to the mix, there really could be some very interesting just games ahead for Dallas, and maybe even some potential championships in the sight. Kyrie worked with LeBron James, but also LeBron James, he is ball dominant, but not to the level of Luka. If you look up Luka's just dominance of the basketball, it's insane. But Luka is a very willing passer, right? He does average high assists, but literally all of the offense runs through Luka. So I'm curious to see if Jason Kidd kind of works Kyrie into the mix. I'm curious to see how that goes. But again, this just seems like such a low package. Even the Clippers package, I'd imagine, could have been better than this package, right? Seriously, you're telling me the Clippers couldn't have the Clippers could have put a better package together than that. And the Lakers definitely could have put a better package together than that. So I'm curious to see what the reports that come out say. Now, I imagine that they have it worked out with Kyrie of hey, he's going to stay. I don't think Dallas would go and trade for Kyrie if he's a rental. And then Mark Cuban, he'll pay the money. So I imagine that my guess is that they spoke to Kyrie and said, hey, if we trade for you, will you sign a max extension with us? Because we don't want to trade for you for a 1-year rental. Or maybe they don't care because they move off of Dinwiddie's contract, and at worst they lose a first-round pick and they lose a couple seconds. So it is kind of a low-risk, high-reward type play. So maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't really care. Because they're like, hey, we can clear cap space this way. That could be a possibility. But it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. It's going to be interesting to see how does Kyrie fit next to Luka? Luka's going to be out multiple weeks. So is Kyrie going to be enough to kind of keep Dallas afloat in the meantime, right? Because Luka ended up spraining his ankle, I believe. And so is Kyrie coming? Is he going to be enough to kind of keep Dallas afloat, keep Dallas competitive? And then when Luka comes back, are they going to be able to mesh quick enough to where they can contend and compete for a championship? Because if it doesn't work out, Kyrie could still leave and Dallas is out all that stuff. But again, Dallas didn't really give anything up. Like, Dallas gave up a first-round pick and, at a couple seconds, and then Finney Smith and Dinwiddie, like, you're not losing anything there, like, at all. So even if Kyrie does leave, like, this is a good deal for Dallas. Like, credit Dallas. This is an incredible deal for Dallas because it's a low-risk, high-reward, right? If it works, great. You re-sign him, you give him the max, and him and Luka are now one of the top duos in the league. If it doesn't work, then you can just let Kyrie go and you moved off of some salary and you cleared some space and now you can figure it out. Question is, where do the Lakers go from here? Right? Now, do they go and maybe do, because there's talks about the Spurs deal, there's talks about, the Hornets deal, Toronto, do they go, now do they focus all their attention on Gary Trent and Fred VanVleet? Do they do anything at all? That's another real question. What is Rob Pelinka going to do? How is he going to approach this trade deadline? How does LeBron and Anthony Davis feel, especially LeBron? Like if Rob Pelinka doesn't pull something off here, does LeBron request a trade in the offseason? That very well could be the case. I mean, this is not good for the Lakers. This felt like a move that they had to get done, that they needed to get done. And I'm surprised they didn't. I mean, regardless, I'm surprised that Kyrie got traded today. I really didn't think. I mean, I knew that the Nets really were pushing hard to try to go land or try to trade Kyrie. But I thought that we wouldn't hear anything until tomorrow or Tuesday. But luckily it got done. So now the Lakers can, instead of focusing on that, can maybe go get some other deals done, right? Maybe they could go pull off a deal or two. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But it's unfortunate. It really is. And like I said, I really thought the Lakers were going to land Kyrie. Maybe they land him in the offseason, but I doubt it. I think if he went to the Dallas Mavericks, I really think that they're going to pay him the max. I think they spoke to Kyrie. So I think Kyrie to the Lakers' hopes are done, which sucks. But, it is what it is. I had hope. I had optimism. And unfortunately, it doesn't always work out that way. Really hope that the Lakers pull something off, right? They got to do some trade. They got to do something. Figure something out. We're not winning anything. We're not going anywhere this year the way that we are currently standing and currently constructed. You got to get some other pieces. Rui was a nice deal, a nice trade. I'm really excited for him and the future with this team. But nonetheless, I still think that we got to do something. We got to make some moves. Also, real quick, while I'm recording this video, it looks like we did get an update. It looks like, based on reports, that the Brooklyn Nets decided to take the Dallas package over the Lakers, that they preferred a point guard and a small forward, 3-and-D style wing, as opposed to what the Lakers could offer. But the Nets and the Lakers had multiple conversations. So it does look like the Brooklyn Nets decided to go with the Dallas package over the Lakers. So at least Rob was at least, having conversations and trying to make the deal and try to get the deal done. Lakers didn't really have wings. And the Nets didn't want Russell Westbrook, but I still think you could have found a 3-team deal, right? Like you could have gotten probably Terry Rozier and Kelly Oubre or Gordon Hayward or something like that, right? If they wanted a point guard and a wing. I just wonder if maybe they just didn't want to wait. Like, what was the end result with that? But regardless, nonetheless, Kyrie Irving is a Dallas Maverick. He is no longer on the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn, I really think that they need to trade. They need to trade Kevin Durant. I mean, Dinwiddie's back on the Brooklyn Nets. I would not be shocked at all if Kevin Durant requests a trade and is out. I would not be shocked at all if he's like, I'm done. I'm not staying here anymore. You got Finney Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie are the guys that I got to play with now. Like, I don't know, but we'll see. Only time will tell. But regardless, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think of this? Are you disappointed? Are you happy? Are you like, hey, because I know a lot of people were like, don't get Kyrie, go get depth. Well, now you can go the depth route. Hopefully, again, Rob Pelinka does something. Are you disappointed? Did you want Kyrie on the Lakers? I had visions of Kyrie, LeBron, and AD as a big three. That would have been amazing. Again, stuck with egg on my face. Like I said, you win some, you lose some. You're not going to bat 1,000 every time. But regardless, love to hear your thoughts and opinions. However you feel about it, let me know down in the comment section below.